So Bitcoin, what happened today? We had a little bit of a sell-off here in Bitcoin and ETH. ETH got hit a little harder. It's starting to bounce right now. A lot of people think it's due to these comments from, or this one comment from Mr. Buffett, who likened Bitcoin to rat poison squared. Not sure what that is supposed to imply. I guess that it's bad. I don't know, but whenever he says something, I think of the old man yelling at the teenager driving down the street saying, "Slow down! Slow down, Bitcoin, you're too fast." That's how. I don't think anybody really respects what he has to say about Bitcoin. He said similar things about the internet back when it first started, so he was wrong about that. So, you know, he's good at what he does, but crypto is not what he does. So no, I do not think it's because of that. I think it's just due to the technicals. I think it was the video yesterday I talked about the sideways action of the RSI, meaning that this trend upwards was not realistic and would probably go sideways or fall, which it did. It fell farther than I would have wanted. I also said Bitcoin would probably see 10,000 this weekend, and we came so close. So at the very top of the wick, it was 98.66 or 86, 99.86. So it just touched it before falling off and just like denied, which, you know, makes sense. I mean, 10K is that psychological number, and a lot of people are still skittish about it. Like I said, once we get in this circle here, I think we'll start seeing higher and higher prices. Ethereum, the interesting thing I noticed about Ethereum, and I spotted this in a couple of videos ago, is that EOS is trading conversely of Ethereum, and that'll happen sometimes with some cryptocurrencies. Most of the time they all trade together, but EOS is a competitor to ETH. They're trying to be the next version of Ethereum, newer, more improved. So, you know, it makes sense that they would trade, you know, inversely of each other. And since I'm holding both and I'm pretty well diversified in both, the amount of money that I'm holding in my portfolio really didn't move, because when I saw this move downward this morning and I checked it, it was only down a couple of dollars, and it's like, why? That doesn't make sense. Oh, it's because I was holding EOS, so I kind of balanced it out. So that paints a really good picture for diversification. But again, if you wanted to ratchet up your profits, you can, you know, jump off of one, jump on one, back and forth as they go up and down. It's just how you feel comfortable playing the game. Yeah, I think they're all going to go up eventually. I'm not interested in pulling any money out at this time, so just let it ride. So what's new in the proof of only whatever contracts? The new iteration, Kenny's new project, or Pooh Kenny, I should say. Let's not get them confused. His new project, FART, is finally stabilized, but it's kind of the damage has already been done in the Discord. A lot of people are still upset about the first iteration of the project failing, and you can see in the Pooh price here has come down. There's only 77 ETH in the contract. My dividends have flattened out, though I'm okay with it, because if I were to sell right now, I would have made over $100 profit in a very short time. I think I've only been in this 2 weeks, if that. And you know, as this goes down, as the value goes down, the dividends go up. So it really doesn't make sense for me to sell at this point. So I'm just gonna hold on to it. And I do like these smart contracts as a way to have fun while you're earning passive income on, you know, a small investment. So you got to have your diversified portfolio in other things, and then you take a little bit and you kind of play in this space. So as long as you keep that in mind and that's how you're playing it, this is not something where this is not a get rich quick. That's how you lose. So like I say, they're all risky, so you really want to make sure that you have the right amount at risk for you, and that's going to be different for everyone. For me, right now it's $200, but now since I've learned more about how these work, how these behave, some of the shysters that are in this space, getting more and more confident to put more money into the right projects. The only ones that I really trust right now is Pooh, Kenny's other project, Fart. These names are ridiculous. And Proof of Weekends 3D, which is the original. Okay, and you gotta have a couple to play with, because the money is flowing. If everyone's going into the same one, nothing happens. Everyone's staying there waiting and wondering why their dividends aren't going up and the price isn't going up, because everyone's in and no one's doing anything. You make money on dividends when they sell, so they have to have a reason to sell. So something else has to come out, it has to be promoted, and you have to get in it before everyone else kind of FOMOs in. That's how they work. And for me, it's like, who do I want to make rich? Because there is somebody getting rich on the back end of this. So, you know, of course, I want to make money as well, but I want to make sure the right people are getting rich and the wrong people are not. So that's really how it is for me. Craig Grant has announced today that he's going by Craig Grant again, I think. So I guess I'll call him Craig Grant. But he announced he sold his position in Proof of Trayvon James because he doesn't feel confident. He feels that he feels like me, that they're the same people behind Proof of Craig Grant, which we won't get into that. But this was 180, I think, last night. It's come down to 142 ETH in the contract, so it's starting to sell off. I feel like the universe is starting to come to its senses and see these things for what they are. So he is out of this, and he is starting to talk about his new project, Funface, which at first, when I first heard about it, I wasn't too crazy, because I didn't like the idea that he didn't seem to be focused. He was in this project, and then once people got into that project, he went into another project. Oh, I sold this one, now I'm in this one, and then he went into another one, and that kind of it takes away from the confidence of the things that he's saying. But that being said, love him or hate him, he is a major influencer in this space, and he has a lot of followers with a lot of expendable income, and they will follow him into things because the things that he finds, or the things that are brought in front of him, have the potential to make a lot of money. So it makes sense to follow him, as long as he is focused. And it seems like this is his pet project, and he's putting his face and his name behind it. So it's safe to say that he will be focused. And we know that when he's focused, what's capable, just look at the other project, things can really explode to the level where I think that if this is done right, that it can get so successful that it could even attract the attention of regulators, which is what you don't want. Because with cryptocurrency, it's like you never know what they're going to do. Are they going to like it today? Are they going to allow this but disallow that? What is the proper definition of what is a security? What is what's good and what's bad? See, all that stuff is still working itself out. So in the meantime, games like this can prevail and make possibly a lot of money for a lot of people, you know, until those regulations come down and they start getting strict with everyone. So that is it for this. If this Funface project gains legs, I would definitely be interested in investing more than what I have been, considering the person behind it and the ability to get in early and establish a position early enough. So that's it. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Stay profitable, my friends. Keep your eye on Bitcoin and Ethereum as they start to rally back. Look at that green candle. And hopefully maybe we will see 10 grand before the end of the weekend. Doubtful, but anything's possible. All right, have a great one. Talk to you in the next video. Peace.